Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 21 of my favorite 30 rock solo albums of all time. We're doing it each and every day here this month in December 2023. 30 days in a month, our 30 favorite solo albums, right? These are albums by notable people coming from notable bands who did these solo projects, solo albums. We're saving the solo bands, the really great solo bands, for another month. We're doing those in probably end of first quarter or into second quarter 2024, probably in April, as I'm looking at. And because I figured out, and I talked about it a couple times here on the show, is that there's a difference between like a solo album and a solo band, right? It's one thing if someone's in a major band, they just go, they do their own thing for an album, right? Maybe they tour, maybe they don't. They just have a whole bunch of musicians that show up for the album. That's a solo album, right? But when you go out and you say, I'm going to go do this thing. I'm putting together a band. We all know who the people in the band are. They go out and tour as that band and put out albums as that band. That's a little bit different. Not so much a solo record. So we're going to be doing the solo bands in another month, who are led by that one person who's very, very notable, but the band is also really, really great as well. We know the band just as much as we know the guy who put the band together, right? So today for pick number 21, this is the second solo studio album from this musician, released April 21st, 1980, recorded at Wessex, as well as Eel Pie and AIR Studios in London, England, produced by Chris Thomas for Atco Records. I'm talking about Empty Glass by Mr. Pete Townshend. That's right. My favorite solo album from Pete Townshend. I really like this album a lot. Of course, Pete Townshend from The Who, right? For those who don't know, who the hell is this Pete Townshend guy, right? Pete assembled a little cast of folks for this particular album. Of course, Pete himself handling lead vocals, guitars, and some keyboards and synthesizers, right? John Rabbit Bundrink on most keyboards on the album. Of course, John, touring member of The Who at the time. Tony Butler, bass guitar on much of the album. Simon Phillips, drums on a good chunk of the album. James Asher, drums on a couple songs. Kenny Jones from The Who, drums on one track. Mark Brzezicki on drums on another track. And Peter Hope Evans plays harmonica on one particular track. Also, like I mentioned, Chris Thomas produced. Bill Bryce, the engineer. Stephen Nye, Ted Jensen also worked on the album a little bit with them. So, what do we have on this particular album? Of course, Rough Boys kicks it off. Rough Boys, under the street, ooh, come a little closer. I can just picture the video. Remember the video for this song way back when, right? Very, very cool. I like Rough Boys. Great rocker. Great way to kick off the album. You got the wonderful I Am an Animal. And then you have And I Moved, right? And I Moved. So kind of meditative and melodic and kind of oddly quirky but beautiful. And I Moved, really good song. And you got Let My Love Open the Door, which is the wonderful little pop song on here. That played that on the radio quite a bit. Got that little kind of synthesizer thing going on there, right? The great melody, the great hook on the chorus, really good. Jules and Jim finishes off side one. Got a very strong side one on here. Again, this whole album is very autobiographical. A lot going on in Townshend's life at the time. Death of close friends. Of course, Keith Moon died not that long before it. He's struggling with alcoholism, right? So all sorts of stuff going on. His marriage. Side two, Keep On Working. Great little sophisticated rocker, right? Cats in the Cupboard. Another very cool, fun song. A Little Is Enough. Title track, Empty Glass. Awesome song. Going to get you, I'm going to get you, going to get you. I always love Pete's vocals too, but I love how the album opens and closes with these good crisp rockers, right? And then you got all this other variety kind of sprinkled out throughout. Really strong solo album. He's got a string of solo albums. The next two are amazing, right? Those three in the 80s right there, just so good. Let's see, what do we got? Charting positions here. Australia, number 28. Canada, number 2. New Zealand, number 21. Norway, number 40. UK album charts, number 11. US Billboard made it to number 5. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good for a solo album, right? Because at the time, 1980, The Who selling all that many albums, they're still a pretty big band, but for a solo record, making it to number 5, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Certifications. UK, silver, 60,000 units sold. And in the United States, platinum, sold 1 million copies. That's pretty good. Pretty damn good for guy from The Who, right? From The Who. What do we got? Singles release. Rough Boys release March 1980. Let My Love Open the Door. Released June 1980. That's the one that I remember hearing on the radio a lot. September 1980, Little Is Enough. And latter part of that year, I think it was around December, Keep On Working was released as a single. So lots of singles released in this album. And of course, this would be followed up by All the Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes in 1982, right? So, yeah, pretty good seller here for Pete. Right, because this followed up his last kind of solo jaunt, right? It was the album he did with Ronnie Lane, Rough Mix. That was 1977, so 3 years between them, right? And then, of course, in 82, All the Best Cowboys. So, yeah, that is my pick for today. Empty Glass by Mr. Pete Townsend. Let us know what you think of Empty Glass in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 21, as we go move into the top 20 starting tomorrow. Till then, visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts, and please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page, so thanks in advance for all your support there, and we'll see you real soon with more stuff. Martin Popoff's coming into the Funhouse in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that and lots more here on the channel. Ken Golden's also coming up today, Professor's Picks, and we've got Ranking the Albums coming up on Sunday. Three-man army, the great hard rock band from the Gervitz brothers, who would, after that band, would go and join up with Ginger Baker for Baker Gervitz Army. 4 albums. I'll be ranking them on Sunday. Till then, take care, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.